This is Basketball Infinite. Make sure to like and subscribe and ring that bell for notifications for this new series. What if I told you that Michael Jordan is going to come back to the NBA and have a second chance at his career? Because with technology now, we are putting Michael Jordan in the 2000 NBA draft class. On NBA 2K20, I have a fully accurate 1999-2000 NBA roster, and we are going to go through Michael Jordan's whole career. Look at his strengths. He has a keen sense of knowing what to do with the ball, but he needs to improve on his three-point shot. Can he do so entering the league again? His college stats are interesting. And now we're going to go through some of the rosters. You see Iverson, Ray Allen, Elton Brand. That would be a good team for him to go back on his Bulls. The Cavs don't really have anyone other than old Sean Kemp. The Celtics with Paul Pierce are dangerous. The Clippers teaming up with Lamar Odom could be interesting. We've got the Vancouver Grizzlies, the Atlanta Hawks, the Miami Heat led by Alonzo Mourning, the Charlotte Hornets with Eddie Jones, the Utah Jazz with an aging Karl Malone and John Stockton. We have the Kings with Chris Webber. We have the Knicks with Allen Houston, Patrick Ewing, and Latrell Sprewell, along with Marcus Camby. Of course, you have your Lakers with Shaq and Kobe, and MJ and Kobe are going to be around the same age in this simulation, and we will be seeing those two duel it out for a long time. The Mavs are nice with Finley, Nowitzki, and Nash. We have Stephon Marbury on the Nets, who are in New Jersey. The Nuggets have a young Chauncey Billups, who is a 77 overall, pretty decent. We have the Indiana Pacers of Reggie Miller. And this Pelicans team, this is the one hiccup in this sim, as you can't do less than 30 teams on 2K20. So we're really hoping Michael Jordan isn't drafted by the Pelicans, because they're probably going 0-32. The Rockets have a Charles Barkley who never suffers a serious injury in real life, so that could be interesting. We have the Spurs with Tim Duncan and David Robinson. Then we're moving forward. We have the Phoenix Suns with Jason Kidd and an 84 overall Penny Hardaway. They could be interesting. We have the Supersonics, who are not in Oklahoma City, with Gary Payton leading the way. We have the Timberwolves with KG, the Trailblazers with MJ's former teammate Scottie Pippen. We have the Warriors with Anton Jameson, and we have the Wizards with Mitch Richmond. We'll go over a couple of trades that happened during the year. Lorenzen Wright was traded to the New Orleans Pelicans. We have this Hawks trade where they got Jonathan Bender, a lottery pick in 1999. The T-Wolves sent a 2004 first-round pick to the Magic for Chris Gatling, and then looking for some help, the Mavs got Rod Strickland from the Wizards. Felipe Lopez, a former high school mixtape star, got traded to the LA Clippers, and finally Mookie Blaylock went to the Heat, and the Warriors got a 2002 first-round pick. You see the All-Stars in 2000. Dirk makes his first All-Star game. Stephon Marbury makes it. Penny Hardaway makes it. Glenn Robinson, the Milwaukee Stud Muffin, makes it. And finally, we're going to go to the end of the year. We're going to sim through this year real quick because this is just the intro. But Tim Duncan wins the MVP. Lamar Odom wins the Rookie of the Year. Marcus Camby, Sixth Man of the Year. Shaq wins Defensive Player and Most Improved Player, which is kind of crazy. Flip Saunders wins Head Coach of the Year. And the All-NBA First Team is led by Terrell Brandon of the Minnesota Timberwolves. You have AI on the Philadelphia 76ers on the second team, and Penny Hardaway post-injury still playing solid and gets a third-team All-NBA. Let's take a quick look at the standings. You see who made the playoffs, but really what we're looking for here is the teams that have a chance at Michael Jordan. The Nuggets with Chauncey Billups made it and snuck in, and the Suns with Penny. Seattle misses, Utah misses, Dallas misses. Now we get to some teams that have a chance at MJ. Vancouver, Golden State, the Clippers, and we really do not want him going to that Pelicans team because that will be an uphill battle to climb for him. And a lot of these lower tier Eastern Conference teams, you can see potentially maybe the Bulls. That would be super exciting if that happened. I would absolutely love to see it. Let's go through the playoffs real quick and who wins the championship in this simulation. The Rockets Move past the Blazers and Scottie Pippen in the first round in a mini upset, but nothing else really in the West. And then in the Eastern Conference, we have New York advancing, led by Allen Houston. Milwaukee upsets Indiana, and Indiana actually made the 2000 NBA Finals in real life. Ray Allen leads the way. Allen Iverson gets to the second round, leading his team past Grant Hill and the Sixers. And then we have Vince Carter and the Raptors upsetting the Miami Heat. Now we're in the conference finals, and we have a big one here. The LA Lakers fall to the San Antonio Spurs. Holy macaroni, 4-1. We have Kevin Garnett leading the Timberwolves to the conference finals against Tim Duncan and the Spurs. Then on the east side of things, we have Allen Iverson leading the way, and his team gets to the conference finals in 2000. And now we get to the NBA finals. Allen Iverson put up a valiant effort, but they were swept by the Knicks, and the Spurs beat the Timberwolves, which means that this is actually a repeat of the 1999 NBA Finals. We look at these rosters, pretty much the same as the year before. You have Patrick Ewing, Larry Johnson, Latrell Sprewell, and Allen Houston on the Knicks. And then you've got Duncan and Robinson leading the way for the Spurs. So who will win the 2000 NBA Finals? That will be, holy macaroni, it's the New York Knicks with Allen Houston winning the Finals MVP, and they won in 7 games. This is definitely a promising start for the Knicks. Maybe they'll be better over the next 20 years on the simulation than they were in real life. All right, here's the big news. We have the 2000 NBA Draft Lottery. The Seattle Sonics. MJ will not be teaming up with Gary Payton. The Jazz get the 13th pick, which means he will not be going with Karl Malone and John Stockton. The Wizards, he will not be playing for his former team. That's probably for the best. Will he go to the Charlotte Hornets? No, he will not. MJ and Baron Davis will not be a backcourt. This would be interesting, but it will not happen. However, MJ, Dirk, and Nash and Finley would be absolutely nasty. We have the Atlanta Hawks, and they jump ahead of the Vancouver Grizzlies. Will he go to the Golden State Warriors? Anton Jameson and him would be a nice offensive scoring duo, but it'd probably be boring other than that. He will not go to the New Jersey Nets to team up with Stephon Marbury. Will he go to the Cleveland Cavaliers? Oh, and they jump ahead, and the Orlando Magic are out of the running. And with the 5th pick, thank goodness he will not be going to that absolutely awful Pelicans team. We are now in the top 4, and MJ will not be playing in LA on the other team alongside Kobe Bryant. And will he go to the Chicago Bulls? And he will not. That is disappointing. It's going to be either the Hawks or the Cavs, and the Hawks win the Michael Jordan sweepstakes. They have Mutombo. They have Jason Terry. This will be an interesting team. I'm sure with MJ, they will be a better team, but obviously not maybe as exciting as if he was going to go to his former team, the Bulls, or maybe even the Clippers. The Clippers probably would have been more exciting too, honestly. And as you see, the Atlanta Hawks select Michael Jordan with the number 1 pick. We see Cleveland selects Michael Redd with the 2nd pick, and with the 3rd pick, what in the holy macaroni just happened? The Chicago Bulls somehow traded with the Atlanta Hawks. Guys, I cannot write this. This is absolutely bonkers, but the Hawks literally just gave Michael Jordan to the Chicago Bulls, which makes this series more exciting, and I'm pretty sure Deshaun Stevenson is not from Switzerland. Moving forward, Crawford goes to the Clippers, DeMar Johnson goes to the Pelicans, which is an awful pick. The Orlando Magic select Kenyon Martin. That's a good start for him. And to New Jersey goes Darius Miles. Speedy Claxton goes to the Warriors, who I'm pretty sure he played with them in real life. The Grizzlies select Marcus Fizer, who definitely did not play at Brown. The Dallas Mavericks select Mike Miller. That's an interesting pick. Dirk, Mike Miller, Steve Nash, Michael Finley. They've got a nice core going forward. Stromile Swift to the Hornets. Quentin Richardson goes to the Wizards. To the Jazz is... And there's a trade. We've got David Wesley going to the Jazz. Not the biggest trade in the world, but I guess interesting enough. And the Hornets get Hito Turkoglu and Stromile Swift in the same draft, and Eduardo Nahara goes to the Sonics. But guys, look at this team. Michael Jordan, Elton Brand, Ron Artest, oh me oh my. They're all 21 years old. And this was probably the best situation for him. I definitely thought the odds were pretty low that he was actually going to return to his former team. And he also has his former teammate in Tony Kukoc. But yeah, the rest of this team needs work besides that top four. But this is very exciting. We see some of the big free agent signings. T-Mac goes to the Hornets, Eddie Jones to the Kings, Latrell Sprewell to the Spurs, and Chauncey Billups goes to the Wizards. And Michael Jordan is going to take over the league. We're going to see some of the rosters here. Lamar Odom's up to an 82. Sharif Abdur-Rahim and Mike Bibby. That's a solid core. And yeah, I'm really glad he didn't go to the Hawks, honestly. That would have made the series a lot more boring. We see Tracy McGrady and Baron Davis on the Hornets. That's going to be a nasty duo to fight with. We've got Chris Webber and the Kings, who now have added Eddie Jones. The Knicks, the Lakers, who are kind of the same. Corey Maggette leading the Magic along with Kenyon Martin, not too exciting. We've got Dirk, Mike Finley, Steve Nash, and Mike Miller on the Mavs. Stephon Marbury still leads the Nets. We have Jalen Rose and Reggie Miller leading the Pacers. Yeah, this Pelicans team is really bad still. Grant Hill, still in his prime, has chosen to stay with Detroit in this simulation. We've got Vince Carter on the Raptors. Steve Francis and Coutinho Mobley on the Rockets. This Spurs team, who has now added Latrell Sprewell, seriously wants to contend for a championship. We've got the Sonics with Gary Payton. We have the Timberwolves with Kevin Garnett, and you see the rest of the teams. And guys, I am really, really excited for you guys to see what's going to happen going forward. So, how this is going to work, this definitely isn't going to be a really fast simulation where we just go through everything really quickly. I really want to take some time with this to see how Michael Jordan can do starting his new NBA career in 2000. I'm really interested to see if he can duplicate the success he had in real life in a new era. It's going to be really exciting. Anyways, the videos that are going to be posted in this series are probably going to be simulating every month. So, for example, the next episode will be October and November 2000. Anyways, I'm really excited to see what he can do with Elton Brand and Ron Artest with this new era Bulls. I seriously cannot believe he went to the team that he played for in real life. This is insane. This is MJ, the second chance. And make sure to like and subscribe, baby.